Welcome back to Whisky with E. I'm Eric. Now, it has been a long time. My apologies to all my subscribers, everyone out there. Let's just say life has been a little bit full on, but you know what? We are here now. So, without further ado, I have a little bit of this George Dickel Tennessee whiskey. It's a sour mash. This is the number 12 recipe. Well, it says Superior 12 recipe. Alrighties. So, imported and distributed by Diageo. So, Diageo owns this. But it's coming out of, well, it says here, distilled and charcoal mellowed at Cascade Hollow Distillery, Tullahoma, Tennessee. So, coming in at 45%, which is 90 proof in a 750ml bottle. Here, I'll show you this. So, pretty much Jack Daniel's competition. So for everyone that doesn't know, to be classed as a Tennessee whiskey, it has to be going through the charcoal mellowing process, which is pretty much just a tub full of charcoal, and then they, tip in the whiskey in there, and then it kind of mellows it out as it filters. But anyways, let's have a little read. Here we go. Cascade Hollow, tucked away by time and mountains. If you come down for a visit, you will find not much has changed. Located in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Come for the moonlight, stay for the whiskey. George would want you to. Oh, there you go. And all right, so I'll have a little read here on this side. Okay. George A. Dickel. In 1870, George A. Dickel began the journey leading to the creation of the best Tennessee whiskey around. Whoa, that's some big claim. Finest quality, ain't nothing better, sippin'. George believed that to make the best whiskey, the ingredient he needed most was time. Now, speaking of time, sorry, the flies. This is rumored to be roughly 6 to 8 years old. Now, the mash bill is 84% corn, 8% rye, 8% malted barley. So you know what, without further ado, pause for the cork pop. Oh, synthetic cork. Alrighties. Well, this is going to be a bottle kill, so here we go. Go away, fly. Alrighties. So someone gave this to me. I didn't get to have a fresh crack of it or anything, so we're going to judge it for how it is right now. Alrighties. Here we go. Well, let's have a little read at the back here. Well, it doesn't really say anything, but 27 standard drinks, yada yada. Anyways, alright, let's get right into it. Colour. I mean, colour is relatively dark. Keep in mind, all bourbon, Tennessee whiskey is natural colour. There is an underlying sweetness here, but there is that vanilla, there is that caramel, probably more caramel than vanilla. You are getting like an oaky presence, so the 6 to 8 years is there. But now, I've never gotten to try no Flintstone vitamins or anything like that, but everyone in America says that this reminds them of Flintstone vitamins. Flies everywhere. Now, to me, it is some kind of sweetness. I don't know how to explain the sweetness. Is it like apricot, or it's almost like a confectionery sweet lolly kind of vibe, but that is like underneath the vanilla, the caramel, and that little slight oaky note. I mean, some people don't like the Flintstone vitamin vibe, but honestly, to me, since I haven't tried George Dickel before, I'm kind of appreciating it because I haven't had this nose before. So it's a little bit different from your traditional darker kind of notes. It's more on the bright and fruity side. Man, this flies. It just won't leave me alone. All right, here we go. You know what? Let's just have a sip, see how it goes. Man, that sunlight just came out, and now it's all bright. I can't even see. But cheers, everyone. Drink responsibly. Don't kill the fly. All life is precious, but definitely guard your glass. Don't let it fly in there. All right, who's tried George Dickel? Number 12 recipe. Let me know. Here we go. I mean, this is sweet, guys. Sweet. It is mellow. You could almost say there is an oily element to it. Like, you know, it's not overly thin. Like, I'm just looking at it like if you were trying like a Jameson's, or, you know, like an Irish whiskey or Canadian whiskey, that's going to be a lot more thin, less extra flavors. But obviously, compared to like a Wild Turkey product or anything like that, this is going to come across a lot more light, you know. But if you're coming from Jameson's or, you know, anything like a lighter style whiskey, then you're probably going to think that this has a bit of body. But compared to things with a lot of body, this is probably not going to be too complex. But for what it is, it's not bad. That's just the first sip. Go away, fly. Oh my goodness. Anyways, let's have another sip. Here we go. Mm, mm. Now, slight tannins kind of come right on the end. So, you know, even though it is smooth and mellow, you know, that charcoal mellowing process has taken away any rough edges. Keep in mind it's 45%. You know, we've had things that are 40% that may have a bite or a little bit of a burn. This has nothing like that. There is a bit of heat that comes on, light peppery spice, but overall, it is sweet. It is very approachable. It is easy drinking, but there is a slight tannic kind of note that comes in on the back. Must be the whole 6 to 8 years, but I don't know. I mean, it's not bad, but here in Australia, let's just say it retails for roughly $70. Now, for $70, I'd probably rather go for a Wild Turkey 101, but I am a Wild Turkey fan, so I think Wild Turkey has a lot more to offer in terms of depth and complexity. You know, there's more oomph to it, and it's higher proof 101 compared to a 90 proofer. But you know what? Let's have another sip. Here we go. Mm. It's like all your traditional kind of bourbon notes. You know, the vanillas, the caramels, but that underlying sweetness, they would say it's the Flintstone vitamins, but I say it's like a sweet kind of apricot-y, kind of lolly kind of vibe. But then it just goes into that slight tannic kind of vibe. I mean, not overly tannic like like you're doing some wood experiments and putting in some wood and, you know, how I do. It's bearable, you know. It's not overly tannic to the point it's going to put you off. It's just know that it has 6 to 8 years, and you know it's not bad. Let it off.